Welcome to Secret Shaman, and we are going to be looking at how Venus manifests in Aquarius with celebrities like Sammy Davis Jr., Novak, Mel Gibson, Elton John, and artists like Cezanne, Matisse, and Mondrian. Venus in Aquarius is an authentic, freedom-loving, independent, and unconventional lover. Aquarius is commonly seen as the humanitarian, but will love others on their own terms. Venus in Aquarius is forward-thinking, naturally drawn to the quirky and unusual. Venus here likes to view things with a fresh angle, so experimental relationships are attractive. Ruled by Uranus, the planet that revolves on its side, Aquarians love novelty, innovation, and being different. They delight in the modern world and work well with technology. Being an air sign, they have an intellectual approach to life and can tend to treat the emotional side of love casually. However, they never fail to charm the object of their desire, and once committed will be true to their mate. Yet being so independent, they will avoid restrictions and do need some personal space to do what they want. Being your lover's friend is also essential to their happiness. They have a strong desire for freedom of expression in their life and relationships, both platonic or erotic. Open-minded, spontaneous, and cool, they make great friends and can be faithful and exciting partners. They attract many people to select potential lovers from, with a desire to explore different possibilities. Venus in Aquarius is everyone's friend, and they are unique in how they approach the subject of love. They are attracted to all kinds of people: rebels, geniuses, gurus, healers, and activists. Aquarians generally don't like following the rules of others and will often make up some of their own. They are non-judgmental and like people who offer different viewpoints. Aquarians are often unconventional yet fair-minded and treat people equally, no matter their job or station in life. They are original in their thinking, often geniuses, and enjoy a mentally stimulating companion. This sign often has a nervous kind of energy, and love affairs can begin spontaneously. Their hearts can be hard to capture because they don't like feeling restrained. They generally don't follow the mainstream and are often funky, offbeat, brilliant, or even shocking. They have fun surprising their lovers and are not above stirring things up if the relationship gets too routine. They are a sparkling host or hostess and see things from many different perspectives, and they do have the liveliest of parties. Venus in Aquarius finds beauty in human diversity and originality. Benefits can come to them through technology, electronics, computers, inventions, space travel, broad groups of people, innovation, science, and even astrology. Their shadow nature can be rebelliousness or eccentricity. Aquarius is said to rule the circulatory system, and Gemini, ruled by Mercury, the nervous system and intellect. But I would add that Aquarius, being an air sign and often genius, also rules the brain and brilliance. Uranus being considered the higher octave of Mercury, often breaking through stagnant patterns of behavior. The cardiovascular system is closely related to the nervous system, and they are functionally intertwined. Okay, now for some samples. Sammy Davis Jr. began his career in vaudeville at the tender age of 2. He was an immensely talented dancer, singer, actor, and musician, renowned as one of the famous Rat Pack performers in Las Vegas. A civil rights activist, his popularity helped to break the racial barriers of the segregated entertainment industry in the late 1940s. His Venus in Aquarius fell for a white woman, which was taboo at that time. This was Kim Novak. So when we look at his chart, we see Venus in the 11th house, expanding his career and adding all the good things in life. And then also it's widely conjunct Chiron. This is about 9 degrees. But it was in effect bringing pain and woundedness through his love life and career. But Chiron is also the beginning of the hero's journey. And look at that beautiful kite to his 10th house of career. Kim Novak was the love interest of Sammy Davis, and she was forbidden by her studio bosses to see Sammy. She was an American actress and artist who is best known for her role in Alfred Hitchcock's film Vertigo. I wanted to share some of her art here briefly. Her paintings look very airy with bird and wing motifs. And I also see many Aquarian painters love to paint these branchy trees that look like the circulatory system. Danny Kaye was a talented American actor, comedian, singer, and dancer. He became known for his unusual verbal delivery of rapid-fire novelty songs and quick-witted word play, such as his tongue twister, "The pellet with the poisons in the vessel with the pestle, and the chalice from the palace has the brew that is true." I love that. He was also a big supporter of UNICEF in its early years, becoming their first celebrity goodwill ambassador. Dick Van Dyke is an American actor, entertainer, and comedian. His performances brought back old-fashioned physical comedy from actors like Buster Keaton into modern-day shows and movies. Lon Chaney was born to 2 deaf parents, so Chaney became skilled at signing and body language. Lon started in vaudeville and became known for his versatility in makeup artistry and his ability to play tortured characters. In the early days of cinema, makeup was almost non-existent, and his unique ability to transform himself using makeup techniques he created earned him the nickname "The Man with 1,000 Faces." Mel Gibson is an American actor and filmmaker who became popular early in his career as a charismatic action hero. Known for his philanthropy as well as his controversial views, Mel Gibson nonetheless has made some of the most extraordinary and unique films of our time. Janis Joplin, with her husky, explosive voice, was an icon of the counterculture, and her voice represented the outcast. Sometimes called the first queen of rock and roll, she became a prominent female singer at a time when the genre was mostly dominated by men. Mozart was a child prodigy and one of the most influential and popular composers of the classical period. He forged a unique musical language that is easily recognized, and a direct quote, he would say, "The music is not in the notes, but in the silence between." Elton John had a special blend of pop and rock style and became known for his unique collection of flamboyant glasses. He was one of the world's best-selling musical artists, a big philanthropist for AIDS, and was knighted by Queen Elizabeth for his humanitarian work. J.R.R. Tolkien was an English writer and philologist who shaped modern fantasy literature by writing the lengthy trilogy The Lord of the Rings. He created a unique language specifically for that book to lend it special authenticity. A child prodigy, he could read by the age of 4 and wrote fluently shortly afterward. During his college studies, he was guided by a Catholic priest to whom he was very obedient until he fell in love and proposed to a Protestant woman 3 years his senior, and this was a big no-no at that time. Theodor Seuss Geisel, also known as Dr. Seuss, was an American children's author and cartoonist. His books include many of the most popular children's books, being translated into more than 20 languages. While at Dartmouth College, he broke the laws of prohibition at the time and was caught drinking with friends and was asked to resign from his work on the college magazine. So Theodor continued to work in secret with his new pen name of Seuss, and he wrote most of his unique books with his favorite poetic meter with the fantastic creatures that only he could produce. Ansel Adams became known for his beautiful black and white landscape photographs of the American West. He focused on nature's ideal beauty with many airy landscapes, broad skies, and branchy trees. He became an important part of the American conservation movement, and his work helped bring awareness for the need to protect the natural environment of America. Paul Cezanne was an important painter and had an innovative approach to perspective and form, where he would deconstruct and reassemble everyday objects and landscapes. He would flatten and simplify their appearance significantly, influencing Cubism and modern graphics. Henri Matisse was known for Fauvism, using unusual colors, and he revolutionized the use of color. He also liked simplified and flattened forms and used them as decorative patterns. His cutout technique paved the way for the development of the abstract art movement. He did not copy nature, and his figures have their almost unique abstract logic. It was a decorative technique in its own right. Here you see a painting by Piet Mondrian. Again, these branchy trees that could look like the cardiovascular system or a brain neural network. He was initially influenced by Kazimir Malevich, who painted airplane flying, an abstract view of the Earth from a bird's eye view. And this inspired Mondrian, along with the machine age and its innovations. These two artists developed non-figurative painting and were pivotal pioneers of modern abstract art. Mondrian changed his figurative paintings to an increasingly abstract and utopian style, seeking to express something higher than reality. He sought to achieve this by reducing elements to their purest form and used primary colors in vertical and horizontal lines representing a balanced yin and yang. It's very similar to the binary code used in computer language with the zeros and ones, the yin and yang, and you see these horizontal and vertical lines forming. And that's what his brain was doing. Jean-Michel Basquiat was one of the first contemporary black artists living in New York City to exhibit his works. He was known for his controversial graffiti art, and he explored themes of identity and social justice and mixed street art with popular culture. You see him using lines to connect little nodules of information. And his dog heads are very interesting too, where he takes isolated objects to construct a cohesive image. Yoko Ono, wife of John Lennon, also used a graffiti type style and became known for her unusual conceptual art and music. The image on the left is called Protect the Persecuted, promoting human rights and showing a kind of information overload. And on the right, her Japanese characters are again in a graffiti style. The image on the top looks like a brain with neural connections, and her half-a-room exhibit below was painted all in white, showing the Aquarian affinity for simplification and flattening. And the objects were cut in half to represent her missing half. So we conclude another segment of my Venus series with a list of additional celebrities with Venus in Aquarius. And if you have Venus in Aquarius and resonate with any of this information, please leave a comment below so we can learn more about this amazing sign. And thank you for watching.